Hey everybody, Gunhead70 here, and this time we've got a video review of a Bandai kit from a very popular series called Valverave. I know it's popular because it's very difficult to find these particular models, and this one is obviously the hero model. It's the Valverave Hito 1. Now, I have not watched the anime. I watched the first two episodes. It wasn't for me, so I didn't watch it. But I really did like the actual, I'm just going to call it a mobile suit. I really did like the mobile suit, so I went ahead and tried and finally found one. Found one of all places at a local hobby shop because I could not get one from Hobby Link Japan. It always seemed that when I went looking for it, they'd run out. So keep that in mind, guys. Check your local hobby stores. Sometimes they get stuff and nobody knows they have it, and the stuff is there. And so you might want to pop in every once in a while and see if they've got it. If it is something you really want, I understand stuff sells cheaper on the internet rather than going to a hobby store. But if you really want it, they could have it. Anyway, about this particular kit. The design is very unique in the fact that, you know, obviously you've got the one stripe going down the leg there. Here, I'll give you a nice look. So it's, I can't remember, what is the term? Asymmetrical? What is that? Something like that. Anyway, which makes it unique. And I just found out, I was on Hobby Link Japan earlier, and there's another version that's all white. All the armor pieces are white instead of black, which really looks nice. So I may have to, when that one becomes available again, I may have to pick that one up as well and display them side by side. Now he is missing some parts. The wings that are on the back, I have them off because they tend to get in the way whenever I do articulation, which we'll get into now. So sliding forward. So the head will go back and forth. We'll go up and down. My fingers just get in the way. Shoulders move back and forth. You get a full rotation out of it. You know, the standard fare. I don't even know why everybody reviews that kind of stuff now. We all know that they'll pretty much go around if there's nothing obstructing the back there. Hence the reason why I took off the wings. You have the shoulder armor, which is kind of double hinged. It's hinged here on the outside and then once again on the inside, which allows you to get the arms up really, really high. Let's move back so you can see that a little better. Get the arms up really, really high. Little bit of rotation underneath the shoulder. Well, actually quite a bit. It'll probably spin all the way around. Double jointed elbow, I believe. So you can get the arms up pretty good, which is nice. Very, very good. I like to see that. Waist movement won't go all the way around, but it's still pretty good. This little black piece in front here gets in the way. A little bit of forward and back. Prime 92 likes to call it a is it an ab crunch? Is that the term she always uses? You've got these little armor panels on the sides. They don't move around too much. They just kind of, that's about it. Legs will move in and out like that. They'll pivot way up high, way far back. Complete bend at the knee, which really is going to lend to some nice poses, and we'll get into why you're going to be able to do that in a minute. And for the foot goes back that far, goes forward that far, a little bit of side to side. Pretty good. Wish it would go back a little bit further, but that's just because there's some armor back there, you know, that gets in the way. One of the things I like about this kit is that it's almost like a ashtray, in that the inner frame is exposed. So on the arms here, that's inner frame. It's just exposed. That's the outer armor. That's the inner frame that's exposed. On the legs, same thing. It's almost like the bone, you know, in your leg. It's just exposed, and there's just a minimal amount of armor on the outside, which really just gives it a very unique look. I'm kind of hoping Bandai continues to do designs like this in other mecha series as well as this particular one. But overall, I'm very, very happy with the look and the design of this mobile suit. It's got great mobility. You're going to be able to get some really nice poses with it, and it's got some great additional add-on features. So right now I will add on the wings, and here are the wings. They're on these little attachments here, and they do have some rotational movement. They'll go up and down. They're on a little pivot, so they will go in and out. They will pop out of it. They're just kind of clipped in. They don't move a lot, but they move a little bit. And on these pins, and I'll just pull it off. On these pins, it's just plastic on plastic. So you might have to, you know, you might get yours and might be a little loose. You might have to add some super glue. Like this one is kind of loose for me. It's not as tight as I would like it to be. So I'll have to go back and add a little super glue to that, because they do tend to want to pop off. We'll go ahead and pop them in. They are secure once you get them popped in. It's just that when you want to do that winged spread, they tend to loosen up a little bit. And some of them I've added super glue to tighten them up, and then some of them I haven't. So I'll have to go back and fix those. But there you go with the wings. I love that clear green. It's very, very vibrant. You know, if you could figure out a way to light those with an LED, this thing would be awesome. But that's it for the actual mobile suit itself. We'll get into weapons. First off, shield. He comes with a shield. Is a very unique looking shield. This part is clear. I have not watched the anime. I don't know what color it's supposed to be. I'm going to guess that it's not supposed to be clear. Maybe green. I wish they would have molded it in green. Well, you know what? Maybe it is supposed to be green, because on the box art it doesn't show that it's a different color. Here, I'll show you a picture of the box art. I can see he's holding the shield, and the shield is clear. That little clear piece on there is a clear part. It's not green or anything. Although some of the effect parts, as you can see, are painted pink. And as you'll see here, put him back over there. As you'll see here, they're molded clear, which was kind of a disappointment, because if you want it to look accurate, that means you're going to have to paint this. And painting clear parts, you know, with some type of clear paint can kind of be a pain in the butt. I would definitely recommend airbrushing to get the most even look. You could use, Tamiya sells some clear red in a spray can. You could use that, but I definitely wouldn't hand brush it. Hand brushing has never worked. At least for me, it's never worked. So I'm not even going to use a hand brush. I'm just going to use a paintbrush. But this is the lightning effect that mounts to the bottom of the heel. It's supposed to mount like that. Don't know what it was used for. I didn't watch the anime. There's excuse me, there's this lightning swoosh, goes on the end of the front arm, those are kind of effect parts. I kind of got off track from weapons. Here's another weapon. You get two of these swords. One is a short sword. They're all clear. The blades are clear, but you'll have to paint the handles. So even on the box art, they show the blades as being clear, but you will have to paint the handles to get it to look right. Here's a long sword. Still very nice that they added them. And these actually do attach to the mobile suit. Right there, see those two holes. I believe the long, well, I did that backwards. I believe the short sword goes on top, long sword goes on the bottom. Just a little ball joint there. Stay up. It does have a little bit of movement there, but remember it's plastic on plastic, so it's probably not going to stay there. And I don't want to jam them in there because I also do plan on painting this model kit, and I want to be able to remove them. And they are going to get in the way of the wings, just so you know. But still looks good with them. Also get two of these little handheld sickles. You do get two. And then you get this monster of a rifle. I don't like it. Tell you the truth, I just don't like it. I know that the shield is supposed to mount on the back of this, just like that. The two little sickle pieces, they mount there. Go in. And then they kind of do this pincer kind of a thing. And then you have this clear effect part here. At first I thought it was a weapon of some kind. I kind of wish it was. I kind of wish it had a big long staff. And that would have been freaking awesome. A little death scythe action going on there. But it doesn't. That's just it. And it's just kind of like they made the gun just so that it could hold some of the different weapons, and it's like, I'm not too happy with the rifle. So the rifle will probably end up in a box somewhere, and I'll never use it. You also get a weapon hand for holding the rifle or the swords. It's open. You only get one. Or, I'm sorry, you get two. I thought it was a closed fist. And you get one open hand. And then a tiny figure of the pilot. Then you also get a stand. Kind of your basic stand. Looks pretty sturdy. It's got a swivel mount up top where you can put it in different positions. Whoops, off camera. You can put it in different positions. And so it's pretty nice. We'll go ahead and put the Valverave here in an aerial pose. So there you go. Not the best, but you get the idea. So you can't get them up off the ground. They do include a stand. Most times they don't. But it's not. But Bandai's pretty good about giving a stand if it needs one. Centered. And then last but not least, the foil sheet. Now, I paint my models. I don't use stickers. And if you look at the box art or look at other photos, a lot of these red pieces have white trimming. Whoops. Have white trimming on the edges. which means when I paint him, I'm going to have to trim all of those in white, and that probably means I'm going to do a lot of hand painting, which I don't like to do. So, yeah. I kind of wish that they had made two different pieces on the armor, a white underpiece and then a red piece that goes on top, so that the white showed under on the edges and then the red piece went on top. I would have gladly paid extra money for that so that I wouldn't have to use this. Then you could delete this. But as it stands now, that's how I'm gonna have to paint it. So, but anyway, that's my problem. You don't have to paint it. You could use the stickers. The stickers are probably going to peel off like they always do on most other kits. But you know, what are you going to do? So that's it. I do like the model kit. I really do like it. If you're not the painting kind of person, it looks fine just the way that it is. Just, you know, putting his weapons on and just leave him alone. So I would recommend it. I haven't seen any other ones in the line. I've seen them, but I, you know, haven't actually seen them in person, so I can't say how good they are. But that's all I got. This video's run very, very long, and I'll talk to you soon.